As far as the question of should we have mercy on ourselves, absolutely. We should have mercy on ourselves. We should stop condemning ourselves. We should stop being so cruel to self. We treat ourselves worse than the world treats us because we are always condemning ourselves. We're calling ourselves right or wrong. We say that we're sinners, and we really treat ourselves bad. We have no mercy on ourselves. And the important thing about it, and the reason that we should, is because we have never done anything wrong. You have never sinned a day in your life. You have never sinned. You've been lied to and told that you sinned. Christ died, and when he died, he washed away all the sins. There is no sin no more. It was done on the cross. When he died, he had a physical body, but he had a spirit. He lived in that body. And when he said, it is done, meaning that all of our delusions and all of our thinking that who we are, we're not, and all that stuff, it was washed away. And now we still live in an illusion. Overcoming the fallen state is about overcoming the delusion that we live in. We've been lied to, and we're living a lie. That's why it's not working. We're believing that we're sinners, so we're condemning ourselves. So now we try to do right so that we don't sin, and then when it doesn't go right, thinking that we know what right is, we condemn that too. Now you want to go get drunk and get high because you tried to do right, and you couldn't do it. You're trying to do something you can't do, and that's not even needed because it has been done. The only thing we have to overcome is this illusion in our head. We're living a lie from Satan. And we have Satan teachers teaching us Satan words to make us feel good about it and think that we know, and we really don't. Thinking that all that stuff is not helping at all because it's just intellectual knowledge, which is of the devil. You are really free. And when you stop condemning yourself, because restoration begins on the inside, right? And what he does, he calls you to overcome this illusion that you're living. Thinking that you're this and thinking that you're that and being mad at others and not being able to see that they can't help it either. Thinking that you're rich or poor or there's race. This whole fight about racism is an illusion. It's not even real. It's an illusion. And people are like downright fighting over it. And then those who are working on the side of the devil to push this race issue, they are making buku money and all kinds of stuff. And they use it for everything now. You can own a white cow and they'll say the cow is racist. And if you're in that delusion, you believe it. You're living a delusion that you are a sinner. We do have to forgive because we're made to hate. Once you forgive, you're free. You really are free except that you believe a lie. And so you're struggling, trying to overcome something that you don't, there's nothing to overcome. If it's been washed away, what is that we're trying to wash away? It was done. Christ said it was done. And we should have mercy, stop condemning ourselves and stop calling ourselves these things and just become a living being. You're neither your body, your mind, or your feelings. You're none of those things. So if you're none of those things, why are you living those things and believing those things? If Christ said it is done, why do you still believe that you're a sinner? It's all an illusion. We've been lied to. And Christ is not like, even though what he did was amazing, thank God he did it, and he was innocent and is innocent, but he's right here with us. He's not like some big thing that we can't touch. We just got to worship. We can be grateful for him. He became that example that you can overcome the illusion. You can overcome it. He overcame it on the cross. this false idea. He brought us back. We're no longer sinners. We are free. And a lot of people kind of know this, but they hate to say they're not because they don't want to be judged by the world. You said you were not a sinner. The world don't know what sin is. Salvation is of the heart. He said salvation of the heart. He didn't say it was anything else but that. The heart is wicked. And once you forgive, now your heart becomes his heart, which is love, and love conquers all. It breaks down all your illusion about yourself and other people. It breaks down all the illusion about you're back with the Father. He loves us. He's not punishing us. He's not doing anything to you at all. But this illusion, the illusion got to disappear. Then you'll be free. That's what Christ came for. But yet we're so cruel to ourselves and to others. We're so mean, even in the family. And I mentioned the family because when I counsel with people, I ask about the family. I look at my family and other families. There's no peace in families. But yet, families are so important, right? And I'm not against a family, but it got to be done right in order to work. A family, our father and our mother are supposed to be perfect so that when we come into the earth, they are the light that we live by. But they're not. They're the darkness that we live by. They don't have light, so we do the same thing they do because they can't see. And then they make you think that you got to be doing this. You owe me this. You owe me that. People take care of their father and mother out of guilt, not out of love. They hate them. And so now they stuck with them because they set you up for that. Then you don't sign a contract. A man and a woman get together. They're going to make a baby. They don't send a contract to heaven and have you sign it that when they get old, you're going to take care of them. Anybody sign a contract in heaven that if you were born through this woman, you're going to take care of her? But it's all false love because it's all hate and it's all an illusion. You're free right now. No matter what the world say, they say what they say because they can't see. They're calling everything a sin because that's what they've been taught to. And they too judge themselves. They too whatever your situation was that made you be homeless, if you had not been in your head about it, you would have never had to move back home at all. Because they didn't help you by bringing you back home, they hurt you. They gave you false love, and they kept you going out there. Because when you were out there, you didn't get to know yourself to see what was going on. And so family hurt you by helping you in that way. And they call it love. They call it family, but we got to stick together. We are family, and they hate one another. But we're family. But you're free right now. You just got to overcome this illusion. Christ did it. He said it was done. He had a body too, but he lived in it. And that's Christ, God lived in Christ's body just like he lived in yours. He lived in me. He lived in all of us. We are a spirit. And the real person is free, innocent. This fake person, this illusion that you have about yourself, is the one that's giving you hell because it's of the devil. It's not even real. Satan made a home in our mind and emotion, and he made you do the things you didn't want to do. That's why when you do things, you can't believe you did it. Why did I do that? Why did I say that? Why did I act this way? Because you know in a small way that you never would have done that. But you don't pause to say, well, what made me do it? Why? It's something else got a hold of me here, and I'm doing and thinking and feeling a certain way. You have no business, zero business, feeling fear, having fear. There's nothing to be afraid of. Now, you are concerned in a logical way because the world is crazy, right? And there are crazy people going, I want to hurt you. You should be concerned and watch yourself. But inwardly, there's nothing to fear. It's all an illusion, too. It's just an illusion. And in reality, you're not afraid of the world out here. You're afraid of in here. It's inside of you. It's not out there. It's in you. When someone says something to you or do something, you become afraid, but it's not because of them, it's because of what you thought about it and the way you felt about it. But you blame them. It's all in you. We are free, folks. So you should have mercy on yourself by not condemning yourself. You do something stupid, oh, that was stupid. But don't condemn yourself. And then you get over it. Because you're going to see that that wasn't you. This is not you sitting here. Right. It's not you. And if your eyes are not open, I wouldn't be able to see who you really are. I would see a physical person, I would be judging the person. But this is not you. This is not me sitting here. And you can do greater works as Christ did, because the same spirit that dwelt in his body dwells in your body. And that's the Spirit of God. And we have a teacher. We have the Holy Spirit. And he will teach us all things. But we have learned intellectually from the day we pop out of mama's womb about God and about this and about life and about that. And so intellectually we're holding on to it, but it's doing you no good. Look how you suffered from it. And you won't even let it go. You know the Bible, you know the Catholic stuff, you know this, but you're not free. God said not to even make any image of him. They got image of Christ everywhere. And so now when you see Christ on the cross, you cry. Christ ain't crying about being on a cross. Because Christ knew why he was going to the, when he was living in his body, he knew he was going to the cross, and he knew why. But if you look at the Bible stories, you see Mary, his mama named Mary, right? You see Mary and all the disciples crying, well, especially the women, they were crying and scared at the cross. Christ wasn't afraid because he knew that if he shed this illusion off, he's going to rise again and live. We could do the same thing. But you got to overcome the illusion of who you think you are. We should walk in the Spirit, not in the intellect. We should walk in the Spirit. Christ is of the Spirit now. And we could be that way, but you gotta, I'm telling you as a living witness, you gotta get on this track and stay there. No matter what situations come along or what happens, if the whole world turn against you or whatever, they can't see, and you won't mind because you realize they cannot see. It won't be personal to you. So stop reacting, stop overreacting. When things happen, when situations happen, they are not happening to you. But if you think that they are, you're going to feel the pain of it and overreact because you think that they're happening to you, and they're not. You have never had a situation happen to you. You've never been a sinner, and you've never sinned. You've never been you. You've never been guilty. Christ took care of all that. He brought us back. And we can just live now, he'll take care of us. So have mercy on yourself by not condemning yourself, not being cruel to yourself. And we should love our neighbors. As far as the family thing, there is no real love in families. It's not. Because if there were real love in families, we would treat everybody with real love. We would love all. You cannot love your family as something special and then hate everybody else. We're all created in the image of God. The family is set up where the father and the mother are supposed to be that living example. And we should supposed to grow up with perfect love and love everybody. And the same love that we have for the family, we will have it for our enemies. We should love our enemies. As this young lady was saying, they know not what they do. She can see now that they just don't know what they're doing. When we see that it wasn't us, we're going to see the same thing in others. And angry people, which is evil, try to hurt others so they can feel better. But if you know that there's no one there to hurt, they can't hurt you. There's no one there to hurt. And when you are hurting, it's just ego. That's not you. It's all ego, which the delusion that you have to shed away from. You have to overcome it. And the light of God will cause you to overcome it. That's why you must be born again of the heart, so you can live from within, and He'll start shedding all this darkness, this illusion away from you. And everything will change. You will change, the world won't change, but you will. Amazing, huh? Any questions about that? Yes. Don't hold on to knowledge. Don't hold on to anything. Let it go in one ear and out the other. We're neither good nor bad. Neither good nor bad. Now, there's an evil spirit working through the body, but that's not us. We've been controlled by the devil. And we take credit for it. That's why Paul said, Paul tried to do the same thing of the word, but he soon realized, you know what, I can't do it. This ain't me doing this stupid stuff. It's a spirit that made a home in me. So I'm not going to fight with it anymore. I'm not going to identify with it anymore. I'm going to let go.